Hey guys, so welcome to remote learning, and just so happened right before you have a math final, a high school math final actually, and you know what? So today, if we were in class today, what we would be doing is we would be taking our single page. You're allowed one full page, front and back, and we'd be kind of making our notes, and I'd be kind of doing little problems with you and giving you kind of like a study guide / game stopping. So I figured I could do something similar. So I got the test here. This is the short answer section. And I'm going to make another video for the multiple choice section. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of look through this, and I'm going to put it to the side, and I'm just going to kind of show you a couple of different types of things to be aware of, what to kind of have in your notes, just so you're kind of aware a little bit ahead of time of what you should know. So unfortunately, I can't show you the problems, right? I can't just like flash one of the problems on there for you or anything like that. But maybe you can pause the video and whatnot. So, the test, the final is over the entire school year, correct? And since it's over the entire school year, it just kind of ventures all over the place. But I'll tell you right off the bat. Right off the bat, it's going to start in statistics, right? It's going to start in statistics. And how are you with dot plots, right? You know, you have these little dot plots where you have 5 and 10 and 12 and, I don't know, 15, 20. We'll say cookies eaten. And could you find the mean, median, or mode of a dot plot? That's kind of something that you'll be seeing on the test. Is little things like that with statistics. I don't know if you remember the two-way tables either. Right, the two-way tables, where like, you know, do you ride the bus? Do you ride the bus and eat school lunch? Eat school lunch, and the yes or no's, and yes and no's, and you start answering, and you find out that 20 people ride the bus and eat school lunch, and 5 people do not ride the bus but eat school lunch, and just little things like that. And then it's going to ask you kind of like to compare and contrast. Another thing you're definitely going to be seeing on this is how are you at solving equations? You know, how are you at taking a simple equation, timesing by 3 to both sides, and subtracting 4, dividing by 2, and figuring out what x has to be in order for this whole thing to equal 10. That's another thing you're going to be seeing. Along with that, you're going to be seeing inequalities. You know, something like 6x plus 12 is less than or equal to 25. Can you solve an inequality and understand what their answers look like? We get x is less than or equal to 15. You know, on a number line, that's a closed circle going to the left. So you're going to be seeing stuff like that. We did a lot in geometry. You know, the midpoint formula. x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. You know, can you find the middle given 2 points, an x1 and a y1 and an x2 and a y2? Can you use the midpoint formula to find the middle of some given line? And not only that, with the midpoint formula, but like if I gave you a triangle on a graph, can you use the distance formula? Remember, x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Can you use the distance formula to find the distance between each point and then tell me the perimeter of that triangle? So be aware of that. Like there might be things like that being asked. There will be. Things like that. How are you at writing functions? Do you remember what a function is? The little function machine. You know, the function machine and the inputs and outputs. You plug in numbers for x and you solve for y. Your outputs for y is kind of another thing you'll be seeing. How are you at making graphs? How are you at taking an equation like y equals mx plus b or ax plus by equals c and graphing them on a graph? Are you good at doing that? And not only that, but like let's say you have y equals 2x plus 4. Can you take that and make a table? X and y table. Meaning if you plug in a 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. You plug in 2, you get out an 8. You plug in a 3, you get out a 10. You plug in a 7, you get out 18. Are you good at doing that kind of stuff? And overall, that would be kind of the summing of all the short answer section. Remember, this is just the short answer test. It's 18 problems, all kind of involving that kind of stuff. Do you have the ability to do those? Rather than multiple choice, can you show your work and do these types of problems? So there's your little study guide / help aid for the short answer section.